Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Oh, yeah. You can become a part of the show if you give us a call at 434-394-0924. But we're going to ask you to hold off on calling for right now in this segment of the Call Flow Show because we do have a special guest in our WFLO studios here. And but he, of course, he's no stranger to our studio. That is, we've got Doug Stanley. He's Prince Edward County Administrator with us this morning. And we want to say good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing great. It was this change of weather.
Yes, change of weather does seriously strange things to my head these days. Anyway, we've got you here to tell us about what's going on in Prince Edward County because you guys just met.
We met actually last Thursday
week.
because the board had a conference this week on Sunday through Tuesday with the Virginia Association of Counties. So we moved up our meeting to Thursday of last week. The board had a number of things on the agenda. First, we approved a number of different appropriations, including some carryover funds for the schools, opioid settlement funds, and some additional school funding. We approved a request from the Piedmont Health District. They got a $24,000 grant, and what we're doing is we're installing automatic doors on the downstairs. That's the backside there for the health department and the clinic. There'll be the kind of the handicap button where you hit it. It'll open both the double set of outer doors and the inner office door so that folks have a little bit easier access to the building because we do get a lot of folks that maybe in a wheelchair or a walker or something that's a little more limited mobility. So we'll be moving forward that project here in the next few weeks. We approved the Memorandum of Understanding that kind of ties together Prince Edward County, Buckingham County, and Cumberland County for the Central Virginia Recovery Court. We were here last month with Beth Revis talking about propping up and starting the Recovery Court hopefully in January of this year. And the MOU just outlines the fiscal responsibilities for the three counties. Prince Edward County will act as the fiscal agent, meaning all the money will flow through us. The employee will be an employee of Prince Edward. So it kind of outlines those types of things to make sure that everybody's commitment is firm. So we approve that. That will now go to those other two counties, and hopefully we'll be ready to roll come January. The board set the budget schedule. It's hard to believe, but it's budget time.
It is that time, yeah.
And starting next January, we'll start distributing paperwork to both the outside agencies that receive funding from the county and also our county departments. That process will carry through February, March, and into April, and hopefully result by mid-April in the adoption of a new FY26, which is hard to say, fiscal year FY26 budget. So we're looking forward to getting that process going. As part of that, the board will set priorities for the year. We'll review kind of where we're at with different projects and how to prioritize them. As we all know, there's not enough money always to go around, but we'll try to prioritize and make sure that the projects that are important to this community get funded in one way or the other, and we'll be able to move forward with them. We had a number of what we call community partner reports. The Piedmont Area Veterans Council at November 11th, obviously, is Veterans Day, and we had the opportunity to have members of their board and Sarah Maddox, their executive director, come in and talk about the organization, the great things they do, not only for citizens of Prince Edward, but citizens that live in the region. And you really found out that people all across the country all across the globe will call Sarah and get help on various matters, such as getting benefits and maybe getting medals that they lost or family members can't find.
This is an aging society too.
It is. And actually, just yesterday, I lost my my great uncle. He was 101. Oh, he fought in the South Pacific in World War II, and it was great hearing stories. Thank you very much. But at 101, we celebrate,
of course,
his great life and impact. But also want to take an opportunity to thank. We had a number of county employees and members of our team that are veterans, starting off David Emmert on the Board of Supervisors as veteran, Aubrey Tabola with the Piedmont Court Services, Cheryl Stimson in County Administration, Candasia Hensley in the Commissioner of Revenue's Office, James Graves, the Sheriff's Office, John Johnson, Sheriff's Office, Mark Stevens, Sheriff's Office, James Taylor, Sheriff's Office, Cindy Sams with the Victim Witness Protection Office, Charlie Huddleston, Solid Waste, and Nathan Price from the Cannery. So thank all of those veterans for their service to our great country.
It was nice of you to mention them too.
You know, we can never say it enough, right?
That's right.
Give them props for what they've given for our freedom. We also, in November and December, we hear from all of our county departments, and kind of an update on where we're at through the year. We heard this last meeting from our building official, Philip Moore, the General Services Department, IT Department, Piedmont Court Services, and Animal Control. And then we'll pick up the rest of the departments coming up in our December 10th meeting. Also reported on, we had our first annual Household Hazardous Materials Cleanup Day. We talked about that last month. That was held on October 19th. We had a lot of great public feedback. We had a total of 91 vehicles that came through, bringing material, all kinds of things like paint, oils, fuels, batteries, pretty much whatever was in
I wish Buckingham would do that.
Whatever was in the back of the garage, you really didn't want to, didn't know what to do with.
Right.
People brought it in, and we were able to make sure it gets disposed of properly. And most importantly for us, it keeps it out of the general waste stream that might get into the landfill.
That's right.
Which means it might get into the groundwater that leachate that comes out of the landfill. So we want to keep that stuff out.
Well, that was pretty good though for the first year.
First time, I think it was great, and hopefully the word will get out, and people, we're going to look to do it again next fall, and we'll take it from there. But I think it could be an annual event as long as attendance is good and people are interested in making that happen. Speaking of the landfill, we just are wrapping up. I think next week we will have substantial completion on our new Cell F, which is the next area for placement of trash out the landfill. Combined with what we've got left on the current cell, it will give us about 12 years of life out there before we'll need to do something for the next project. So glad to get that one out of the way and get that wrapped up. We had about a month-long spell of good dry weather, which really made construction pretty good. Speaking of construction, if you haven't been south of town, the Harbor Freight, the Wawa, and the Flagstop Car Wash are all coming along. Also, the Five Pillars meat facility is nearing completion. We posted some aerial photos up on our Facebook page here recently. So it's exciting to see all of those projects move forward and get closer to completion. And we're hoping here in the next few months we'll have a couple other announcements of stuff happening in the community. The Board of Supervisors meeting, we also took action, our 2025 general reassessment. So we're reassessing property now every 4 years, and part of that is just the rise of values. We want to make sure it's a little bit tighter time frame so you don't have as long of a period in between. Wampler Eanes, our contractor, has completed field work for all the parcels, the mobile homes, building permits, and new construction, and residential field reviews. They're a little behind on their data entry due to some internal issues, and we granted them a 3-month extension. So what they're going to be looking at doing is somewhere after the holidays, they will be mailing out the new reassessment notices that'll show what your old assessment was and what your new assessment will be. And I just caution our folks at home, the board by law we have to equalize the rate, meaning if the average increase was 30%, we'd have to lower the real estate rate by 30%. That would be our advertised rate. Anything above that would have to be advertised as an increase. So
that would kind of be the base.
That's the base. That's right. And some people may be below that 30 or whatever percent. Some people may be above, but we have to at least roll it back to that number. So that'll be part of the process we'll be doing with the budget and tax rates that we'll set for next year. So again, exciting times with the board meeting and looking at closing out the year strong. One other thing coming up, I believe Monday, Prince Edward County School System, in partnership with the county, we're going to be having a ribbon cutting on the learning cottages out at Prince Edward County Elementary School. They're the portable classroom trailers that will be used during construction to house some of our elementary school students. We're going to have a ribbon cutting on that, which is also really a kickoff for the renovation of the building. So we're excited, very excited to get that project underway.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know what next week is, don't you?
You told me you will have been with Prince Edward County administration for 4 years.
That's correct.
And you sort of wanted to go through some of the accomplishments and all.
Well, yeah, when I came to Prince Edward, I told the board, I said, I'm going to do 3 months of listening. I'm not talking, I'm listening, I'm going around talking, meeting with folks. I met, with the college presidents, people in town council, town staff, county staff, constitutional officers, the board of supervisors, people in the community, just to really kind of get a feeling of what the needs are in Prince Edward. Chief among those issues, number one, we were coming off, obviously we're in the middle of COVID. We had a real need for broadband. And so broadband infrastructure and getting high-speed internet access to people out in the rural parts of the community. People here in town and around town, we have internet, high internet speeds. But if you go out towards, say, Verso or Darlington Heights or Rice, you may not have it. And so that was a big need, especially when you had kids who were trying to do virtual learning.
Absolutely.
Didn't have access to the internet. So they would have to come in town, go to a hotspot or go to a McDonald's or wherever they could to get internet access. Second, as I mentioned about the elementary school, either renovation or replacement of the elementary school, it was, I think, critical. I had the opportunity to go do a tour of the building back then and actually go up on the roof and look at some of the issues. We had massive roof leaks, but we also had mildew and other damage interior to the building, and the learning spaces, the environment was not what it needed to be. And I think that's part of what we're going to be able to reinvent with this renovation of the facility. And a focus on economic development. Of course, I just mentioned 4 new projects that are under construction. I think, we really talked about the need for economic development to create jobs and investment for this community. And another big effort is the data center site, which we are marketing. And I'm really hopeful in the next few months that we'll be able to make some kind of announcement on that project as well. We've completed new industrial access road out at the industrial park. That has opened up about 100 acres to future development. And we are working to set up a new regional economic development organization that's called VREDA, Virginia's Heartland Regional Economic Development Alliance. And that will include Prince Edward, Buckingham, Cumberland, Nottoway, and Lunenburg and Charlotte counties. And that will help us promote the region. Of course, Farmville is the hub of that region. Right. And so we're excited about those strides and really improving our footing from an economic development standpoint. We also identified the need to restructure our county staff, and now we have a full-time finance director. We have an IT director the county never had before. We kind of split our general services and solid waste divisions and strengthened our community development office. So we really restructured county government to better serve our citizens and hopefully be a little more efficient in what we do. Upgrading of our county facilities, starting with the courthouse lawn. I was embarrassed the way that our courthouse lawn looked on Main Street, and so the board made a significant investment to redo that in the right way. And I was really pleased. About a week ago, there was a online article that talked about the 50 quaintest towns in America. Farmville was identified as the quaintest town in Virginia, and the picture they used was the front of the courthouse and the courthouse lawn. So that says I think we did it right. Right. And doing our community right.
Congratulations, Farmville. Great.
We're working on upgrading our convenience sites. We've did the Rice site first, and the next one's going to be Worsham, hopefully in the next year. And we're actually getting ready to consider our second iteration of our capital improvement plan to make sure that the needs of the community are in front of the Board of Supervisors and the public, as far as trying to identify projects and making sure that funding is put in place to be able to take care of them. So we work on that as well. We've upgraded a lot of our equipment. Some of that was out at the landfill. We got a used compactor, a brand new loader. I mean, I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in equipment. We've made sure that the Prince Edward County Sheriff's Office has new vehicles, safe vehicles to protect our officers. We've improved our county branding and imaging. We've updated our logo. We've got new signage just to have a kind of a better image to the public. We're currently in the process of revamping our website. And we've established a social media presence that we didn't have before. With Facebook, and even in tourism, we have Facebook and Instagram. But part of that, I think, is improving transparency of government, being able to share more information.
Absolutely.
Part of that is this program today, right? Trying to do more outreach and make sure that we're connecting with the citizens in the community, let them know what we're working on, what we're doing. We've improved our fiscal stability. We've implemented the meals and lodging taxes, and we took on the agreement with ICA and the immigration facility, which is generating significant revenue for the community. I remember Bobby Jones, former supervisor for the Lockett District, and when I first came on, Bobby said, I'm a farmer. We've got to find a way to generate revenue other than just, say, real estate and personal property taxes. And so I remember Bobby challenging me to, try to work on identifying and implementing some of those opportunities. We've updated policies on personnel and procurement and things like that have been identified. And I think one of the last things that when I got here, I talked to a lot of staff, and their health insurance for family coverage was over $1,200 a month out of pocket. So some of our employees were paying 30% of their income in health insurance. That's what you should pay for your housing, not your insurance. And we've been able to get that down into the $600 range. And so a lot more families that work for us are able to have health insurance coverage. So I think we've made a lot of progress in 4 years. Still work to be done, but I'm pleased with where we are as an organization, and I'm very proud of the staff that we have at the county and the work they do every day to make our citizens' lives better. And yes, we have room to improve still, but I think if we can keep heading in this direction,
of course,
we're improving things.
Yeah, well, communication is the key, of course, and keeping people informed on what you're doing, opening it up for their opinions, their feedback, and all through your meetings and everything.
Good feedback, bad feedback, it's all good.
It is.
It's really
it's all good. Well, that's fantastic. Now, how is the grandbaby?
Grandbaby is doing great. My wife and I are excited. We're gonna my daughter's in-laws are in Oklahoma, and the grandson's going to be making his way out there. We decided we're going to go out there with him, so we're looking forward to that.
Oh, that would be great.
5 months old and growing like a weed.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you're dressed for fall.
It is fall.
It is fall. I tell you what, the leaves have been falling, and along with the acorns. Now, fortunately, the acorns have stopped, I think. So anyway, so good to see you.
Thank you very
Always
much.
A pleasure to have you here in the Francis E. Wood studio. And it just enlightens us all and makes us feel better about things.
I'm going to leave with a picture. Look at those two front teeth coming in.
Oh, cute. Oh, man. What's his name again?
Jesse.
He's got beautiful blue eyes and not so much hair right now, but he'll get some. Very cute. Very cute, Doug. Well, we appreciate you, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You too, and we look forward to coming back here in December and doing kind of a year-end wrap-up of everything we've been able to get done this year.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, that was Doug Stanley, Prince Edward County Administrator, filling us in on what's going on in the county and what he's been able to accomplish in his 4 years as county administrator. So we appreciate him. We're just about down to the bottom of the hour, and John Staten is making his entrance here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, how are you doing, John? All right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Well, I got a little bit of the crud,
Yeah, it's going around.
but
Time of year for it.
it's not going to drag me down, hopefully, anyway.
That's good.
All right, let's get to our business here at the bottom of the hour. We've got our weather forecast coming up. It's brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
The WFLO forecast for Southside and Central Virginia for today. We'll see some light drizzle or whatever, and just a few patches of fog around this morning. Then we have decreasing clouds. We could see some sunshine later on. Look for a high today of 57 degrees. For tonight, mostly clear with a low around 40. Saturday, sunny with a high of 62 degrees. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low of 35. On Sunday, sunny, a high of 63. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low of 43. On Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 71 degrees. Monday night, partly cloudy with a low of 43. And Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high of 66 degrees. Outside, our humidity is at 100%. We have north winds around 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 29.98 inches, rising a little bit there. And our skies are overcast. And we did have a low of 46 degrees. We are currently holding at 47 degrees. Your forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. John, it's Friday already.
It's Friday, and it's already the 15th. This month is just about...
I know.
It's
just really
the other day I heard
flown.
something about 48. Obviously, it's lower than that now, but it was like 48 days till Christmas.
Yeah.
I read somewhere, but
Yeah.
that was like some days ago. So.
Oh, well. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to bring you birthdays for today, tomorrow, and for Sunday as well.
All right.
The birthday calendar is brought to you at this time by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
All right. I know we have quite a few birthdays and some anniversaries as
We
well.
do for the 15th for sure. A lot of birthdays.
All right. Take it away.
All right. For today, Friday, November 15th, Michelle Wheeler. Also, Michelle Goen Lewis, Franklin Wallace, Riley Adams. We've got Jonathan Rice and Sammy Gerardo. And we have an anniversary for today as well. Jason and Brittany Bishop. And let's see. Let's go to the other list and mention some 15th birthdays. As well today, happy birthday going out to Barbara Keitzer of Fork Union. And we've also got, more than once as a matter of fact, BMJ of Farm Vegas having a birthday. I know what that stands for.
Okay.
Bad Mama Jamma. Which
Right.
would be Betty.
Oh, okay.
Some time ago, I played that song on the Friday party, and she
she's
has not
got a
let me
birthday
forget
today?
about it. That's what it said. Well, I assume that's what BMJ stands for.
I would guess so. Well,
that's my guess.
all right.
She
Happy
can call and
birthday.
let me know if I'm completely off on that.
That's Betty Hike, by the way.
Yeah, she heard that song play on a Friday party, and I don't know, she must have fell in love with it because she's always asking me to play it.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll play it for her today.
I ought to, yeah.
It's a birthday. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll let you do that on noontime.
I will do that. I will not forget to do that.
Okay.
And so that's just the 15th, so we still got a ways to go here.
All right.
All right, so then tomorrow, the 16th, Lauren Duke, Scott Wallace, and I will refer to my other list, and I think we're good on that. So now we can move on to the 17th. Teresa, I'm going to go with Rather, like Dan Rather, R-A-T-H-E-R.
Absolutely.
And we also have an anniversary on Sunday, the 17th. Larry and Marilyn Biddle having an anniversary.
Okay. All right.
So I think that's it. So you can call us if you want to add or correct or whatever. 434-394-0924 or send the names, birthdays, anniversaries to birthdays@wflo.net.
All right. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson PC on Main Street in Farmville. Okay, our time is 8:35. The number to call, 434-394-0924 on this Friday, November the 15th. And I do believe we have a call. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning. I'd like to wish a happy birthday today to Benita Baker of Cumberland.
Benita
Yes, Baker.
Baker of Cumberland.
And
Okay.
for the 17th, for Sunday, Joyce Spencer.
Joyce Spencer.
Spencer.
Where's she from?
From Cumberland.
From Cumberland as well. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
on the
thank you.
17th.
Okay.
Okay,
We
thank
got
you.
it. You're welcome. Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Okay, let's see. We've got Benita Baker
All
of
right.
Cumberland for today. And for the 17th, we have Joyce Spencer, also of Cumberland, celebrating a big day today. We hope everybody has a great day. Did we tell them how they could get to names on the birthday
I did,
calendar?
but I
Okay.
can repeat.
That's all right.
Okay.
My short-term memory is not really good. Oh, we got another caller. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning. Joyce Spencer's birthday is Sunday, the 17th.
I said that. The 17th.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you.
I did say the 17th.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's 8:37 now. And since we had our birthday calendar, we can go ahead and have our celebrity birthday calendar coming up for everyone. Let's see who's celebrating. Actor Sam Waterston, turns 84 today. He appeared in the 1974 version of The Great Gatsby, starring Robert Redford.
It was great.
It was great.
That was a joke from a Rodney Dangerfield film. He was taking some sort of writing class, and he was supposed to read the book, and the teacher goes, his name was Thornton Mellon. She goes, Mr. Mellon, what did you think of The Great Gatsby? He obviously hadn't read it, and he goes, oh, The Great Gatsby, he was great. And then she said, see me after class.
Oh,
And
boy.
Yeah.
Okay, actress Beverly D'Angelo turns 73.
She was in the Vacation films.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Was she
The blonde that always was married to
Chevy
Chase.
Yeah. Okay. She plays Harry's boss in the TV version of True Lies as well. Okay, let's see who else is celebrating. Actress Sophia DiMartino turns 41 today. And let's see what. Okay, I know her. She's a good actress. She graduated from the University of Salford near Manchester, England. So she's an English actress. Let's see. Actress Shailene Woodley turns 33 today. She portrayed a younger version of Jill Hennessy's character in multiple episodes of Crossing Jordan. All right, let's see. Emma Dumont is 30 today. She portrayed Oppenheimer's sister-in-law in the 2023 biopic. So I remember her. I saw the movie. Okay. All right, singer Petula Clark. Mm-hmm. She's still living. She's 92 today.
Wow.
Singer Annie Fried Ligstad of ABBA is 79. Actor Bob Gunton of TV's 24 films, The Shawshank Redemption, is 79 today. Actor-director James Widows of Animal House is 71. News correspondent John Roberts turns 68 today. Band leader Kevin Eubanks of The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, 67. Comedian Judy Gold is 62. Actor Rachel True of Half and Half is 58. Rapper E40 is 57. Country singer Jack Ingram is 54 today. Actor Johnny Lee Miller of Elementary and Eli Stone is 52. Actor Sidney Tamia Poitier Heartsong of Carter and Veronica Mars is 51. Drummer David Carr of Third Day is 50. Singer Chad Kroeger of Nickelback is 50. And drummer Jesse Sandoval of The Shins is 50. Actor Sean Murray of NCIS is 47. And rapper B.O.B. is 36 today. So there you have it.
So B.O.B. and BJM and everybody. BMG. I'm sorry, J. Getting my B's all mixed up. BMJ. There we go.
Bad Mama Jamma.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Our time is, what time is it? 8:41. Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like it's raining out there. It just says that it's, a little bit of overcast. So maybe we're done with all of that. I didn't get a chance to go out and check my rain gauge today. But anyway, we'll do that later. Let's see. Let's take a look at some history here. And the featured event is 1988, when Palestinian state proclaimed by Yasser Arafat. The meeting in Algiers, the Palestinian National Council, at the urging of PLO chairman Yasser Arafat, issued a declaration of independence for a state of Palestine in the West Bank and Gaza Strip on this day in 1988. Georgia O'Keeffe, do you know her? She was an American painter.
The name sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, she was born on November 15th, 1887. She died March the 6th, 1986, at the age of 98 years old. 98 years, I guess. 2023, Indian cricketer Virat Kohli scored his 50th century in one day international play, breaking a record held by Sachin Tendulkar that many thought would never be broken. So,
I heard something about Lindsey Vonn was coming out of retirement.
Yes, yeah, she's going to ski. She's 40 years old.
Yeah.
She's a glutton for punishment.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Well, she had some really bad accidents that kind of shortened her career.
Absolutely.
So I'm surprised I guess the love of it, she just can't give it up, I guess.
Okay, we'll go to 2011. Duke University basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski
Sounds right.
recorded his 903rd career win, surpassing Bob Knight to become the winningest coach in NCAA Division I men's history. 2001, Microsoft released Xbox, and the rest is history. It was a video game console system. In 1978, American anthropologist Margaret Mead, who became widely known for her studies of the peoples of Oceania, I guess it is. Anyway, as well as her wide-ranging commentary on social issues such as women's rights, race relations, and nuclear proliferation, died at the age of 76. And let's see what else we have here. 1959, the Clutter family was discovered murdered on their Kansas farm, and their deaths, as well as the capture, conviction, and execution of 2 drifters, inspired Truman Capote's classic nonfiction novel, what? In Cold Blood.
I don't know.
That was In Cold Blood. That was the fiction. That was the novel.
I thought you were asking me.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. In 1938, a farewell parade was held in Barcelona, Spain, for the volunteers of the International Brigades who had fought for the Republicans during the Spanish Civil War. 1904, American inventor King Camp Gillette was granted a U.S. patent for the first razor with disposable blades. That was in 1904. 1891, Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, who led the Afrika Korps to spectacular victories for Nazi Germany during World War II. He was born in 1891. And that's about it.
All right.
All right. It is 8:45. What you got over there?
I was looking at the odd news from UPI. I haven't done this in a while. So we got a diaper-wearing baby kangaroo that was captured in Florida. And I'll click on the story and get a little more out of this. All right. Get rid of the ad. Here we go. This is dated November 14th. A diaper-wearing kangaroo escaped near a Florida elementary school, sparkling a search before being apprehended by sheriff's deputies. And there's a picture of a woman holding the kangaroo. The Hernando County Sheriff's Office issued an alert on social media Wednesday telling local residents that a baby kangaroo wearing a diaper and a blue harness was on the loose near J.D. Floyd Elementary School. And the post was updated a short time later saying the 4-month-old Joey had been spotted near the wind chime tree, a local landmark in Snow Hill. A second update about 10 minutes later announced the baby kangaroo, still clad in its diaper, had been located and captured in Plantation Estates. So I'll scroll back to where the picture was. There they are holding the kangaroo.
Oh, that's a big baby.
Yes, it is. Not small at all.
No. Are they allowed to have pets? Like kangaroos
Well,
and
let's
stuff
put it
like
this
that
way.
in
I
Florida?
don't know if you're allowed to. Warrants whether people have these types of pets. You hear about people that have snakes and or other exotic animals that they're not supposed to have.
Right.
I don't know about snakes. I just threw it out there. But maybe like certain types of cats. Mm-hmm. Well, like the big ones. Yeah, the big ones. But so I mean, people obviously do. Well, it's just like anything else. They do things even though they're technically not supposed to. Nothing new under the sun. Speaking of a snake, boa constrictor stows away in undercarriage of pickup truck, and there's his little picture right there.
Ew.
Yeah, some people don't like to hear about stories like this.
Well, it just depends. They say snakes are beautiful and all this kind of stuff.
I never thought that.
To me, a snake is a snake, right?
Yeah, I don't.
And
I never found them
spider.
beautiful. So it says here, firefighters in Arizona handled an unusual emergency when a driver who arrived in Scottsdale from Mesa discovered a boa constrictor poking its head out from the undercarriage of their pickup truck. And the Scottsdale Fire Department said on social media that the Ladder 608 crew responded when the driver spotted the large snake after parking. The boa had apparently stowed away for the entire 10-mile drive.
What a ride. What a ride.
Yeah. The breeze is blowing through my scales. I love it. Upon arrival, the crew carefully removed the vehicle's undercarriage skid plate to access and safely extract the snake. The Post said, thankfully, the snake was unharmed during the process. The reptile was turned over to the Arizona, whatever it is, Society. And I'm not going to go there for care while officials attempt to find the apparent escaped pet's owner. So there we go, talking about people that were owning snakes. Obviously, it's a pet.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. What a ride. What a ride. Yeah, I'm going to say that one more time. Anyway, we're going to talk about Martin Scorsese. When he was a child growing up in New York's Little Italy, he would gaze up at the figures he saw around St. Patrick's Old Cathedral. Who are these people? And what is a saint? Scorsese recalls. The minute I walk out the door of the cathedral, I don't see any saints. I saw people trying to behave well within a world that was very primal and oppressed by organized crime. As a child, you wonder about the saints. Are they human? Well, for decades, Scorsese has pondered a project dedicated to the saints. Now he's finally realized it in Martin Scorsese Presents The Saints. It's an 8-part docurama series debuting Sunday on Fox Nation, the streaming service from Fox News Media. The 1-hour episodes, written by Kent Jones and directed by Maddie Lesham and Elizabeth Conco, each chronicle a saint: Joan of Arc, Francis of Assisi, John the Baptist, Thomas Becket, Mary Magdalene, Moses the Black, Sebastian, and Maximilian Kolbe. Joan of Arc kicks off the series on Sunday with 3 weekly installments to follow. The last 4 will stream closer to Easter next year. So Martin Scorsese he keeps himself busy.
He does.
Yeah. The naturalistic reenactments followed by brief Scorsese-led discussions with experts. The Saints emphasizes that, yes, the saints were very human. They were flawed, imperfect people, which to Scorsese only heightens their great sacrifices and gestures of compassion. Now, the Polish priest Kolbe, for example, helped spread anti-Semitism before and during World War II, sheltering Jews and ultimately volunteering to die in the place of a man who had been condemned at Auschwitz. Wow. So, you just have to give kudos to Scorsese. Yeah. By the way, he turns 82 on this Sunday. Recently met for an interview not long after returning from a trip to his grandfather's hometown in Sicily. He was made an honorary citizen, and the experience was still lingering in his mind. So, okay. That sounds like it would be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else over there?
Let's see. All right. So we've talked about animals. What else do we got here? Another animal. Loose cow wanders through middle of town. I don't know. We have this back home sometimes, especially when our cows got out. Anyway, let's see what this story's about. So a cow was spotted wandering through the center of a Hampshire, England town where it was caught on camera by a local councillor before being rounded up by authorities. Councillor David Harrison, a town, district, and county representative for, it could be Totton, Totten, I don't know. Snapped a photo Wednesday morning when the cow trotted past him in the Totten Civic Center parking lot off Salisbury. Or is it Salisbury? Salisbury? I don't know, road. Harrison called police. I'm just messing around. And the bovine was rounded up by officers from the Hampshire Roads Police Unit. It's not just vehicles RPU officials deal with on our roads, the unit said on social media. Today, E-Shift officers put their cowboy skills to test and safely caught an escaped cow that was running around the streets of Totten. She is now safely back in her field. So it ended in a happy ending there.
All right. Very good.
So there we go.
Number to call for the Call Flow Show. We would love to talk to you and have you participate in the show. 434-394-0924 is the number. All right, I've got some funny facts here that we can dwell on for a little while. Leo Fender, he was the one who invented the Stratocaster and the Telecaster guitars. Mm-hmm. Well, he couldn't play a guitar himself.
That's interesting.
That is interesting, isn't it? In 2016, Mozart sold more albums than Beyonce.
Wow.
That was in 2016 now.
Okay,
what else? Eminem's song Rap God has the most words with 1,560.
Okay.
Not that I'm interested in Eminem.
Not really. But...
Did you know how many... on his debut album, Prince played 27 instruments.
Wow.
That was on his debut.
Okay.
That was on his debut album. I feel a sneeze coming on. I'm going to try not to. But anyway, let's see. Tug of war used to be an Olympic sport.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, when they used to have the Battle of the Network Stars on TV, where all the three networks would compete,
Right.
that was always the final competition.
Tug of war.
Tug of war.
Yeah, I played that sometimes. The average golf ball has 336 dimples in it. Have you tried to
What's that?
count the dimples in a golf ball, and you'll come up with 336, give or take.
I didn't realize it'd be that many, but okay.
Yeah, I didn't either. Let's see. The Cleveland Browns are the only team to neither play in or host a Super Bowl. The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, they did all their winning before they even came up with the Super Bowl actual game, the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
They had championships, and they used to win those. But when it
Became the Super Bowl?
Green Bay started winning those first Super Bowls.
Did you know that Wilt Chamberlain is in the Volleyball Hall of Fame?
I didn't
as
know he
well as
played
basketball?
volleyball,
I
but that
didn't
makes
either.
sense.
Yeah. We're talking about golf balls. Some of them are filled with honey.
Interesting.
Yeah. Taste of honey on the golf course. Ooh.
This Schlesinger 7 here has got honey on it. Just a little bit of tap.
Despite taking about 3 hours to play out, the average baseball game only has about 18 minutes of active playing time.
That makes sense because it's a very slow-moving game for me when I watch it on TV.
Yeah.
So much so I can't watch it.
It's very boring to me on television.
Yeah, I don't
Francis used to love watching baseball
on TV.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, see, me, not so much. But now if I'm at a game, that's not so bad. But to watch it on TV, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Well,
But some people complain about other sports like that, especially like football. Why do they always have to stop the clock? And why do, stop to set up for each play and all that sort of Yeah. Tennis, as long as they can volley back and forth enough, I always like watching tennis, but
Yeah.
on TV, I mean. Never really watched golf.
I like to watch golf on TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I would think that'd be kind of slow too, but I've never given it a chance, so gave it a chance.
Yeah, well, it's usually the drive and the putt that's the most exciting.
Unless it's Caddyshack now, I'll watch that, but it's not quite the same thing.
Well, did you know that Major League Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear just in case they split their pants?
Wow. And I did not know that.
Yep.
I did not know that. Black silk underwear or just black underwear?
I'm not sure whether it's
Okay.
silk or not. I guess that all depends.
Oh, that's what they're wearing. Black depends.
Oh, John.
I'm sorry.
John.
I know. It's too early for that kind of humor. I'm sorry.
Both volleyball and baseball were invented in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. All right.
Let's see what else we've got. President Hubert Hoover, let me get past that. He invented a game called Hoover Ball, which was a cross between tennis and volleyball and was played with a medicine ball. I have no idea what a medicine ball is.
Usually
Do you?
there were those great big things that they would have at gym class. Those things that were real heavy and you'd throw it. We used to throw it at each other like it was a basketball. But
We'd be playing dodgeball.
yeah,
then,
it was
right?
pretty heavy.
Okay.
I assume that's what it is.
Only one city has won 3 major championships in 1 year. In 1935, the Detroit Lions won the Super Bowl, the Detroit Tigers won the World Series, and the Detroit Red Wings won the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Did you know that more than 100 baseballs are used during a typical professional baseball game?
No. They're going through a lot.
That's incredible. Okay.
I guess that's to allow not for spitballs and whatnot.
Right. Well, ancient Olympic contestants, this is ancient now,
Ancient,
going
okay.
way back, performed in the nude. Now, they believed it helped them achieve closeness to the gods. So there was an excuse for that.
Just not the fact that it could be less restrictive in any way.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. There are over 8,000 sports played around the world. And the last thing that we'll mention has also to do with sports. The silhouette you see on the official NBA logo is Los Angeles Lakers guard Jerry West.
I learned this some years ago, but it was reinforced on me. HBO did a show about a year or two ago, and it was based on the Lakers and the Magic years, Magic Johnson years. And Jerry was still a part of the – I mean, he wasn't playing, obviously, but he was still part of the organization. He was, like, in the front office, and there was talk of that he was the logo and all that sort of stuff. So I had heard that before, but it sort of reminded me of that when I watched that show.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got to get out of here. We've talked ourselves up to the top of the hour. We thank everybody for listening and for calling, and
Have a great
we've got
weekend.
some news and weather coming up. Have a wonderful weekend. The weather's going to be great.